Hello and welcome to the North American Guitar Show in London. I'm Ben.
I'm Stuart Ryan.
Threw that on you there. We're here having a talking guitar session, but we are talking about some new guitars that have just arrived in. Ones that we've been particularly excited about. From a good friend of ours and luthier from Santa Cruz, California, Mr. Stephen Strahm. Stephen and I, you would have probably seen in a previous blog, I did an interview with Stephen when I was out in Santa Cruz earlier on this year, and we were actually talking about these guitars. We were holding them when they were just boxes. So to see them in the showroom and actually to feel and play them is just absolutely magical. And also having seen the effort and the craftsmanship that went into these instruments is quite a humbling thing to have witnessed and then play them. So I couldn't think of a better way to introduce Stephen's work than to have the one and only Mr. Stuart Ryan on the sofa to sort of talk us through what he thinks of them, first impressions, and how they sort of respond.
Well, the cliche is piano-like, and I hate that cliche, but it's true. They are piano-like. It's got that really big bass. But the thing that I prefer oftentimes over the piano thing is the fat treble. Whenever I pick up a new acoustic or any acoustic, I'm straight up to fret 12.
That is so true. You did do that.
Yeah,
you came straight in and I was like, can't wait for you to play these.
Because most people, it's straight into...
That's what I do.
Yeah, big bass. Yeah, it's great, but they've all got good bass generally, but it's up here if it's... If it's really fat there, then, that's going to hopefully translate to the rest of the instrument and give it that balance from bottom to top. And I've always done that for years. Fret 12. What's going on up there? And if it's there, then I'm interested. Because the bass, it's wonderful, but it's not, for me, it's not my first port of call. Because when you're playing fingerstyle, you're playing licks, a lot of what you're doing is on the melody lines up on strings 1 and 2 and 3, and so if that's full and that's fat, then you're off to a great start. And not all guitars have that. You get a lot of guitars that have got a lovely low end, but they start to thin out as they get towards the top. So if you get that, grab it.
You get that, you should trademark that. So let's just quickly go through the specs of these guitars. Obviously, we'll put them into the blog below this video. This is a Malaysian Blackwood. Now, obviously, Malaysian Blackwood's got a lot of rosewood qualities to it. So, like you were saying, the trebles really do scream out, don't they, when you play them. It's got a gorgeous Florentine cutaway, one-piece neck, ebony fretboard, obviously. And a German spruce top. Do you have a top preference at all?
I love Adirondack, actually. I'm kind of, obviously I've got several different guitars, but more and more I find myself buying Adirondack and mahogany combinations, almost unconsciously. But I've had, do you say it's German?
It's German.
I've had German before.
It's like bear claw to it as well, which is lovely.
German spruce is really nice, actually. Personally, I'm not a fan of Sitka spruce so much. But Alpine, spruce, Alpine, German, Adirondack are all great, and it's a really good example of German spruce as well. It's just when it rings. Oh yeah. Everyone should have a chord they use to test a guitar as well. Everyone should have. I think one of mine. Whenever I used to test guitars, I'd always play that one.
Oh yeah, it's undeniable.
Now that's if the instrument's balanced across itself, you really get the whole thing there.
Do you mind taking 30 seconds and just playing a little piece for us?
Yeah, I can just play a little bit of.
Stuart, I just could listen to you play it all day long. I really could. Well, just out of interest, how does that feel when you're playing?
It feels great. I mean, it really does feel great, this one. Action set kind of where I'd have it, you know. It's not too high, not too low. I'm such a sado. So the way I figure out if I like guitars or not, I use these blue chip picks.
All the tricks here.
Which are great.
All the tricks.
So this is a 1.5 mil. And to figure out if an action is going to be right for me, I slip the 1.5 mil up at the 12th fret.
Wow.
And that tells me if it's about 1.5 or 1.6, I know it'll be all right. And if it starts getting higher, then if the pick's kind of, you know, dropping straight out.
Brilliant.
Useless facts.
Yeah.
Tools of the sado.
I don't think they're useless at all.
But yeah, it helps.
Would you? Well, we've got. Actually, this is a world exclusive. This one. Let me. Help
let's have a look.
For you. Let me take that. If I hold that, then you can go back in the stand. So this is Stephen's first. This squeaky. This is Stephen's first 00. He had this. There's when we were out talking about it in Santa Cruz, he was telling me he had these drawings on his wall for about 4 years, but had never got around to it. And then when we decided to work with each other, and I said, you couldn't build 2 guitars at once, could you? Which he'd never done before. He said, okay.
So he just builds one from start to finish.
He is just the most incredible guy. I mean, every single thing on this guitar is hand built. I mean, everything is just. He is just. Yeah. I mean, you can feel everything, and I'm a real believer in the character of a luthier really does come through their instruments.
Definitely.
And when we were discussing building 2, he said, "Well, this is a perfect time for me to launch the new model." So this is an Amazon Rosewood.
Oh yeah, I've had Amazon Rosewood before. Yeah. That's a great one, actually.
This is a gorgeous set of Amazon Rosewood. And this is also a German spruce top. It's got a little bit of the bear claw in there as well. So I would love to hear
Let's have a look.
what you're thinking of that.
I love 00s actually. My first proper concert guitar was a 00, and they just feel great. But this is a nice one because it's got more of a depth than many 00s have.
Yeah.
So it's kind of got that, you know, getting onto dreadnought depth.
Well, again, when we were in his shop, we were going through each of the boxes before neck joins or anything like that, and we were doing some sort of tone tapping with them, and they were just screaming then.
Oh yeah. Okay, so we got right up there. Yeah, it's the same signature again, but you know, you can hear it, can't you? Yeah, 00s are great. 00s probably a bit of a faster response time and a larger model, so it's a little bit snappier. So you know, with 00s you lose a little bit of the volume, and the frequency range closes down a little bit. Obviously, just a smaller body, but you do get that. Really snappy, which that one would be a little bit slower and that sort of stuff. So
the Eros model is obviously much more for the sort of more the legato playing.
Yeah, that's the thing. You know, you got more. You can hear the volume. The sustain is big on that one. But I love 00s because they just respond so quickly to whatever you do. So, you know, when you're choosing instruments, you've got to think, what are you playing on it? What are you going to play? What kind of style player are you? Because the body size will make a big difference. But this is a big sounding guitar for a small instrument. Really, it's really crisp and clear.
Just so we could do maybe an A and B, would you be able to play the same piece that you
sure.
played?
Oh, not quite.
and just tell us how does that feel? Was it all just sort of
Beautiful.
neck? How's the neck feel on that one for you as well?
Profile's great. You know, for me, it's the kind of neck carve that I'd ask for. Really, it's not super shallow, not super deep. They're so nice. They're a little bit different. You know, the signature's there, but as you'd expect, different guitar sizes, different sounds. But wonderful, because this will do all the slow stuff as well, obviously.
Yeah. Stuart, thank you so much for coming in.
Ben,
I really enjoyed this.
Great fun as always.
For more information on Stuart Ryan and what he's up to at the moment, please do get in touch. We'll put some links to Stuart's website in this video below. And for more information on these absolutely wonderful Stephen Strahm instruments, please do get in touch.